Well, today is a very sunny day. Here is my solar panel. It's totally inside the sun. And I go to my workbench and I look what voltage is delivered. It's only the voltage. This is 2.0 whatever. I made my connection. This is my old one. It got lost. I didn't know where to find, so I made myself a new one. I use this dual pin header, so I don't need any glue like I used here. Connected it to my experimental board. Now I want to try if this motor and this propeller can be driven by this sun, but the axis is more thicker than the inner side of this. I think it's just something cheap. So we'll try to drill it out a little bit. So I tried to drill a hole in it, but it didn't work out. I destroyed it. So I then just decided, look, one moment please. Okay, I put it just the other way around because it then fits. This is the interconnection board. It's just connected from here to here and from here to here. But then again, how do I connect these connectors to my Wago system? Well, I think I just put these two wires, cut them halfway and connected them to a terminal kit. Use this one to shrimp on it. So I would like to have a switch between the incoming voltage from the solar panel and the outgoing power to the fan. So for other projects I had this one, but on the underside it's sticking out as 4 pieces. So I have to get a placeholder or a distance, and you can create it in very many ways. None of them I like, but I then can put it on here. So I finally got it all together. It's unswitched. You can ask, why don't you directly connect this cable to here? So put this one here. I would just want to show this part of the project, of the box with this is conducting this way, but you don't need it anyway, but it's just for clarity. So now I'm being honest, I did not experiment. I will try to put it on. Does it go? No, it does not go. If I press it on, press it off, press it on again, maybe give it a little tick. Well, look at my beer. It still doesn't work. So then I put my multimeter in between to measure the voltage on the system. At least on this box it is 2.0 volts. I then measured the continuity between the plus, go to here, it's okay. Now I measure the minus from here, go to this cable here. There's no connection. Found out because it is fucking corroded wire. I have thought about it. The wires that are corroded were left for a few years in the box. They are either connected to my battery holder or they were connected to the solar panel, but the solar panel was out of the box. So I think if there is some energy source, or whatever, they will corrode. I replaced this wire with a good one without corrosion. I did not test it anyway. Let's try. Push it on. Nothing happening. Okay. It's just enough energy to make the fan running. the energy is coming from the solar panel. Also, the voltage that was received by the solar panel collapses. I just measure now behind the switch, so you don't see anything. I start it on, make it run, and it drops down to 120 millivolts. Oh, now the sun is shining very well. It still remains 1 voltage, and the fan is running erratically. So I now enlarged my system. Power supply is coming in, the plus is going to here, minus is going to here. The minus is directly going further on to the fan. The plus is going to the switch and then going to the fan. But meanwhile, plus and the minus are also connected to the multimeter of this connection. It's always also connected to the plus and the minus. So I can now monitor the power supply even when the switch is on or when the switch is off. You can think about why make this big stuff so difficult, but I like to have clarity, have control over everything, so I don't have bother with bad connections or whatever. In the meantime, as a snack, I eat these, I don't know what you call it, green fruits. We call it sprouts, maybe in English. But anyway, you can see it's very sunny, running fast. Power, the remaining power is 0.0. If I switch it off, it's 2.1. Switch it on, it doesn't start. It has a very low voltage because current is flowing through the motor, but not enough, just not enough to get it started. If you get it a little tick, the power will go up, 2.5. It's not that sunny at this moment, but anyway, it will run very fine. Keep going further on to the fan. So I must be honest, or I am. I just start up experiments without pre-trying it before starting the video. I just start it up when I'm filming. And if it doesn't work, whatever, we have to take care of it. That's the reality of life. Now we're going on with as I promised, we start all experiments. Experiment 1 is that you connect the solar panel by the connection board to the LED board. Well, in my case, the solar panel is coming in here. It's going straight through there to this LED module, only I have a switch between it. I did not turn it on yet. I turn it on now. Look, it's very brightly because there's a lot of sun outside. Well, then there is experiment 2. Connect your system to the fan or put a wheel on it. We already did this. This is the wheel you can also put on here. I did not try it. I believe that it will work because the fan requires more energy because it has to turn around against the wind, in the environment, and this wheel will just run very fast. But now it gets to the difficult part of it, so I will study it before going on with the experiments. Put my experiments a little bit away, reading the instructions. Point 1. Insert the electrolyzer terminals on top into the slot on the base. Cut 2 times 4 cm length pieces of a rubber tape. With point 1 is insert electrolyzer terminals on top into the slot on the base. Well, I think it is terminals. I think This is the top, this is the plus, this is a minus. It should be in here. It just stays there. Okay. Then there is the second rule. Cut 2 times 4 centimeter length piece of rubber tube and insert a black pin into the end. What the fuck? But if I look at this, these are the tubes. There's a black one and there's also a red end. I cut myself 2 pieces of 4 centimeter. Then insert a black pin into the end of one tube. Done. Place the tube with the black pin into the top pin of the hydrogen side with the black terminal. Okay, I've done that. I understand. Then it says, place the other tube firmly onto the top input nozzle of the oxygen side. What the fuck do I know which is the oxygen size? As they are talking about the top input size, there's only one left, it's on the other side. But it's not that clear. So there's my black pin hose and the other one is on the top side of, I think it must be the oxygen side. On the top, number 2, fill the syringe, I don't know what is inside, with distilled water. Well, I don't know if you have distilled water in your house. So I first have me to buy this and then I go on with the experiment.